What's up everyone? Today we're going to talk about how you should plan your studies here in Canada. We're going to do a step-by-step process and all of the things that you should take into consideration when picking the right university for you. Now before you make any plans, you start researching any universities, you want to have your own finances in check. This is a conversation you want to have with your parents. This is a conversation you might need to have with yourself about how much money realistically do you have saved up and how much you can actually afford to pay for your education. Now, when you're estimating the amount you need, also take into account your living expense on top of the tuition. So tuition fee might also be changing depending on the inflation rate every year. It might change a little bit as well, but how much you'll be spending on the application process, how much will you be spending on taking the IELTS, taking the admission test, whatever documents you may need, how much is all of that going to cost you? And then of course you're also going to be spending money looking for a place, looking for accommodation when you come here, on your flight tickets, all of that. You should have 100% certainty in what you can afford, and then you can focus on which university to look for. I've mentioned this in previous videos as well. Don't plan your education based on money you think you will have. So if you don't have enough money now and you think I can come to Canada, I can do a part-time job and I can afford my tuition fee, don't do that. Don't rely on it. Don't rely on money you don't have now, because it's going to put you in a very, very uncertain position when you come down here in Canada. The next thing you want to look at is obviously the program you're going to do. What program do you want to study and why do you want to study it? Some people are just really passionate about studying something like arts or humanities, and that's why they want to take up, but some people want a specific outcome from their degree. Maybe you're doing accounting because you want an accounting job. How well do you know accounting? How much do you want to do accounting? So depending on what you want, pick the right program. Another thing to keep in mind is you don't have to have 100% of an idea of what program you want to do. A lot of times people come to university to discover what program they actually want to do. So you might go into general business and you discover you really like human resource management, or you really like supply chain management, and you can take appropriate courses during your time in university and just direct yourself again. And maybe if you're in the program and you don't like it, you can always change your program. You can always start fresh. I did that myself. I actually started in the MBA program and I found out it just wasn't for me. I switched over to the Masters of Education program. So being in university is also a learning opportunity for you to pick the right program. Now, choosing the right program, you also have to do a lot of research online, a lot of reviews, a lot of students who have graduated or have done courses. Reach out to them, see if you can find any information. If you can't find any information on the internet about a certain course, that would have me a little worried, because then not enough people have graduated that course, or not enough people are voicing their opinions on it. Maybe it's a very small university. So the more reputable the institution is, the more reviews you can find, the better your odds of investing in it and getting a positive outcome out of it. What I would also do is actually look up each individual program in different universities and see the courses they have. Do you want to take these courses? They have descriptions of these courses. You might also have faculty members listed on the websites. Look up the faculty members, look what their accreditation is, and based on that you can make a better assessment of, is this the kind of faculty I want to learn from? Is this the kind of course I want to do? If it fits your needs, then by all means apply to that university. Speaking of university, that's the most important thing for you to choose. Which university can I go to? Which university can I afford to go to? Go to all of the universities that you're picking, depending on the area you want, depending on the program you want, and then look at their fee structure. Which one can you actually realistically afford on top of what you'll be spending on living expense? And again, look at the reputation of the actual university, look at the reputation of the students, the faculty. How good is the program? How well ranked is it online? That'll give you a really good idea of the actual university. Now, just because the university is really good, highly ranked, doesn't mean it's the best fit for you. It might not be something you can afford. It might not have the best program for what you want to do. And honestly, in a lot of these cases, it also varies on you yourself. You might have the best program possible, but the way they teach you the program might not be suitable for you. So assess all those different things in your research. Find out what kind of classes they have, what kind of programs they have, and if you can study the best, if you can learn in that environment. Now, I would be very, very picky in which university I go to, because you're spending $30,000 to $40,000 on your tuition fee, maybe more than that. You should know which university you're going to. So if you're researching a university, you're not finding any good reviews or barely any good reviews, and it's a very small university, university, I would be a little on edge. I would definitely go the extra mile to look up some alumni, look up some students who are existing studying there, and ask them, hey, honestly tell me, what is your experience in this university? Do you like the university? Based on what they have to tell you, you can make a much better guess, because those students are currently studying. And that's what I'm trying to do with Thompson Rivers University. I have no affiliation with them. I've just studied there, and I'm giving you an idea of what that's like in the university I went to. Now, the actual campus of the university matters a lot. The bigger the campus is, the more things there are to do there, or the more activities, the more extracurricular they might have. For me, campus life has always been a big thing, because if I'm spending a lot of time in university, I want to know if there's enough facilities there, if there's a gym there, if there's a basketball court there, can I get food there? Depending on the facilities you have at your university, the cost of your tuition will be appropriately measured as well. And then of course you want to pick the right location. Is this university located in a rural town in the middle of nowhere? Is this university located right in downtown? Accordingly, their fee will vary as well. But what's better for you? Are you someone who likes being in a city? Do you not like being in a city? Do you like being somewhere more remote with a better view, perhaps somewhere you're more isolated and you can focus? That all depends on you. And lastly, what I would do is I would actually reach out to the university or go on the website and look at the alumni. A lot of these universities have a list of alumni, people who have graduated from the university, where they found a job, what program they've done. You can either reach out to them or you can read about their stories and see, okay, this person graduated from the program I want to do. They found a job in XYZ. That means I can find a job as well. So in conclusion, some of the things that you want to consider are, can I afford the program I'm going to? Can I afford the university? Is the location good for me? Do I like being in a city? Do I like being outdoors? Does it have good reviews? Does it have enough students saying that it's really good? The programs are really good. The program that I want to do, is that something that's suitable for me? Is the faculty very accomplished, something they've achieved in the past, and that makes them very good teachers? Can I learn from these people? And of course, is it a right fit for me? Is the student culture good? Do they have a very vibrant extracurricular network, or maybe they have a lot of job prospects from students who study there? These are all the things that you should be researching. Now guys, one thing I do want to note is, if you really want to go to university in Canada, if you really want to go, you will do all this research yourself. I'm providing you this information online based on my experience, but I get a lot of comments where people ask, what's the tuition fee for this university? Is this program good? Is that program good? Guys, this is information you can find online yourself. The truth is, if you're not willing to do this basic level of research, do you even want to come to Canada? Are you even serious about doing it? No one is going to do a whole bunch of research for you, present it to you for free. There are education consultants who do this. You can pay them for their service. But if you don't want to pay them, I would advise, you know yourself best. You know what programs you want. Go and do some research yourself. Don't look for easy answers on the internet. If you really 100% know you want to go to university, you're not just window shopping, you know you want to do it, then you'll do this research yourself. Because after all, if you're 100% serious about investing $30,000 to $60,000 in your education, you will want to know where that money is going. If this helped out, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one. Take care.